welcome back to Mandala Makeup. On today's video, we are going to be creating a fantasy scene on our face. You heard me, we're going to be very ambitious, but we're going to make sure it looks like it's melting, dripping down the face. And so I can't wait to get started. Let's get into it. Just taking the end part of my brush and applying the glue. Okay, so I'm going to start tracing where I want the drips to go and just figuring that out. Okay, so the fantasy scene that I want to create is a castle, like a princess castle. And so I want to have some sky in the background so the castle really looks really grand. So I think I'm going to lay down a color of blue for the sky and then go in and start doing the castle. Okay, I really like the blue. I think it's time to go in and do the castle. So the castle is going to be by far the hardest. But I am going to go ahead and mix some colors that I have in this little palette to create a kind of cream brick color base that I can add more detail onto later. Okay, so I switched it up just a tiny bit, and instead of these drops being blue and down low, I wanted the castle to have a bit more of a dripping effect, and so I just made this part brown. So anyways, moving on, I think I'm going to go ahead and add just the tips of the little pink roofs to each of the towers, just so I can, throughout the detailing, identify like individual towers, you know? Now that I can identify just where each tower is, I'm gonna go ahead and go in with a brown and a detail brush and start outlining, adding detailing, maybe adding some brick and some windows, all that really fun stuff. Okay, so far so good. I'm really liking this, but I think it just needs a little bit more like ooh and ah before we just add the bigger details. So I think I'm gonna have some vine, you know, going on some of these little towers with little spots of like roses or something like that. And speaking of nature, I think I'm going to have a pathway coming down, you know, with the effect that it's like the castle's far away and the path's up close right here. And just some grass with some flowers and stuff like that. Alrighty, I'm really happy with that because from far away, it has that kind of in the distance vine going up the towers, some roses on it, so I'm really happy with that. I'm gonna go ahead and do this bottom part because this won't take me too long, and then go ahead, add some flags at the top of this, some clouds, and then just any finishing details, and we'll move on to the rest of the face. Okay, I really love that. I think it's time to move on to this side of the face. Now, I may go in and add some small details. I may not. I haven't quite decided. But I think I'm just so obsessed with this that I just need to take a second, do the simple things, just like foundation, just base makeup over here, and a pretty lip, and maybe some fluffy lashes, but nothing crazy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you next time on Mandala Makeup. Bye everyone!